anyone.
Hello, hello, hey, hello, hello. 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 What is up, family? We have to talk about these full moon revelations that have come through for your girl. So excited to share this insight with you as we are moving into the new year, right? We just had the last full moon of 2022 before we go into 2023. And I don't know about you all, but for me, baby, this moon brought in so many downloads, so many revelations, and so much that I am so grateful to share with you all. Let me give y'all some time to hop in. Peace, Shay, do me a favor. Share this video with the Sacred Sister Circle. Share it with the communities. Share it with the communities. Thank you for coming in and liking the video. You already know. I already told you, how much you mean to me, Shay. I really appreciate you. So share that with the Sacred Sister Circle so that more people can get in here. But hey, if you are in the chat, you need to be coming in and saying, hey, let me ask y'all this first question. How did that full moon feel for y'all? Let me know in the chat how that full moon felt for you. Let me know how you were feeling. Let me know. I care about how you were feeling. Yeah. Let me know how that was feeling for you. While you do that, I'm going to grab these cards called the Soul Journey. And what we're going to do as I share some of these downloads that have been coming through, what we're going to do is pull some of these cards. One card, if you want one, right? If you want a one card reading, I will definitely pull one card for you so that you can kind of know what to look forward to going into the new year. We're going to use the Soul's Journey for that. But first thing, so we had a full moon last night in Gemini. And the reason why this is still so very important, and the reason why this is still a great conversation to have at this time, is that the full moon energy really resonates for 3 days before, 3 days after. So really for about 7 days, we are just really reveling in that full moon energy. And so you still have the opportunity to embrace that energy, to take in that energy, and to indulge with that energy. If that sounds good for y'all, if that sounds good for you, let me know in the chat, right? Let me know in the chat if that feels good for you. If learning more about this full moon, even though it just happened last night, feels good for you, let me know in the chat. Okay? So, like I just said, we had the full moon in Gemini. And one of Flex said, my moon is in Gemini. Okay. Y'all, the moon was so absolutely gorgeous last night. And you could see the planet Venus. Shout out to my girl, Shay. Shay told me that it was Venus. But you could see the moon so beautifully last night. And so when I went to go pick up Kara from school yesterday, I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God, I got to take the kids outside with the telescope to see the moon. And so when me and Kara got home, I had to get Dream up, y'all. He was laid out on the couch, chilling, relaxing. He was just enjoying himself. He was being the man that he is, legs up, shorts on, watching a podcast or something. He was just kicked back, relaxing. I said, babe, you got to get up. We are going to get the telescope out. We're going to go look at this moon, and we are just going to revel in that goodness. And so he you know what? He really loves me because even though he was so relaxed, he did not resist it. He got on up and he came outside in the backyard And we found the moon in our telescope, and it was so beautiful, y'all. We were able to see the moon so close. And we will also see the little planet that was off to the side of it that my good sis Shay also was like, girl, that was the planet Venus. So absolutely amazing, beautiful moon last night. And so today I'm going to talk to y'all about some of the dreams that I had last night. I'm a Pisces moon. So anytime there is a full moon, I got to lean into my dreams because my dreams are going to tell me a lot about the energy that is present with us right now. And that's why I'm here today. So I'm excited to have you here. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to like and share the video. I know this live stream is rather random, but I'm just trusting my spirit, and that's just how I'm moving these days. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just trusting. How I'm moving these days, which is a part of the download for this full moon, is allowing. That's something that we need to talk about. So many of us desire for more abundance, for more love, for a better business, for deeper connections, a different job. We want all of these things, but we don't allow. We don't allow for them to actually come through. We don't allow for it to actually happen. And so an example of allowing in this essence is I'm giving myself permission to just go live randomly because I feel like it. And I'm also allowing my higher self, my spirit guides, my spirit team, and your spirit guides be also coming through. That's how these videos, the resonance that actually takes place within you actually happens because your spirit guides come and whisper in my ear. Your spirit guides be like, can you tell them this because they're not hearing me when I tell it to them. So I allow for that sacred communication to happen. And so that's how we're here right now. But so many of us have things that we desire, but we're not giving ourselves the permission to bring it forward in our lives. Allowing. That was one of the downloads that I received yesterday. Spirit was like, allow, allow, allow. And so even yesterday, as I'm driving home from picking up Cara from daycare, I'm in the car and it's traffic at this specific one light by our house. It's always hella traffic right here. And so I'm driving in the car, and the first thing that I allowed to happen, a big ass metro bus, right? Metro bus. Y'all know what that is. That's the city bus. A big city bus is trying to get all the way over. The bus is all the way in the right side lane. It's trying to get all the way over to the left. And I was like the only person that said, you know what? I am going to allow this bus to get over. I'm not going to try to like speed up and like rush and not let them get over. Like, no, I'm just going to allow. It's okay. So I just stayed still and I allowed the big old metro bus to cross over my lane to get all the way where it needed to go. And then the same thing happened to me as I got further down the road and it was a lot of traffic. I put my blinker on and I just said, this person needs to give me the permission to move into this lane. And they did. And so right there, Spirit was showing me and teaching me that the more I allow, the more I will be allowed into the things that I desire. So when it comes to allowance, right? Allowing, giving permission for something to happen in your life, one of the biggest things that is so important is that you have to create space for that. A lot of the times, family, the reason why you're not allowing abundance to come in is because you don't allow yourself to invest. If you don't allow yourself to invest, let's speak specifically if we're talking about money. Specifically about money. A lot of you are like, Spirit, I want more money. I would like more abundance, financial abundance. And Spirit is like, I want to give that to you. You actually deserve it. But you don't allow money to flow from you. And therefore, you've blocked off the allowance for money to flow into you. Allowing. Something, a download that came through yesterday that is very even relevant to this, that I just love so much. Just as much as you have your hand open to receive, you have to have your hand open to give. Look at the picture of Lakshmi. Do y'all own a Lakshmi? What do we call it? A Lakshmi tapestry? Do any of y'all own a Lakshmi tapestry? If you don't own a Lakshmi tapestry, I don't even know what you're doing. If you're trying to manifest abundance, I mean, you need to be seeing that Lakshmi energy. Y'all own a Lakshmi? I know Shay own a Lakshmi tapestry. Yes, babe, so true. That is what we were talking about in the book club. Sacrifice. You gotta give, baby. Yes. You gotta give. I want y'all to even just lean into that. See, it's a difference though. It's a difference though. So with Lakshmi, if you have a Lakshmi tapestry, one thing you have to know about Lakshmi is that always she's going to have a hand that is open where she's giving money. Or giving gold. That's her masculine form. That's her masculine energy. And then her other hand is open and there's nothing in it, meaning she's receiving something. Okay? So this full moon was so powerful. This full moon was absolutely so powerful in the first, obviously Spirit, I'm channeling. So obviously this first channel and this most important channel, and I don't want to say most important, they're all very important, but obviously the very first thing that needed to be discussed right now, just because how the conversation has flowed thus far, is allowing. I love that. Honey, I'm allowing for all the good stuff. All the good stuff, I'm allowing it. I am opening it. Even the things that don't feel so good, allowing. Just got to allow it. Before I get any deeper into these channels, into these downloads, into these messages, let me say hey to y'all. Peace, Shay. Peace, my love. Peace, Sleuth. Please, Flex. Peace, Mars. Peace, Le Crown. Peace, East Tea Tree. Hey, sis. All things divine, divine magic. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for showing up. I know this is, spontaneous and sporadic, but that's how the divine feminine works. The divine feminine works in sporadic chaos energy, right? Peace, Gemini goddess. Peace, peace, peace. I'm glad to see y'all. I'm glad to be here. It's been about 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks since I went live on my channel, just getting it in, right? So I'm glad to be here right now, and I'm glad to have y'all support. Again, we're going to get into some readings. We're going to do that. We're going to get that in. Peace, shine bright. Hey, sis. Long time no see. Well, that's not actually true. I've seen you recently. I've seen you in the live streams recently when I was live about 2 weeks ago. So I thank you for that. So, y'all let me know in the chat if y'all received any downloads from Spirit. Because at the end of the day, we're all divinely connected. We're all divinely connected. It's just my channels are just open and clear, and I'm willing to share them. But y'all be receiving downloads too. Some of you are just not ready and open to share them, especially a lot of you women. A lot of us women are very, of course, intuitive. And it's easier for women having our wombs, having that sacred portal that directly connects us to God, to the infinite, to that great mother energy. It's just a little bit easier for us to receive that insight because our portal our body being that portal is so open. So it's just a little bit easier for us to receive them, but all of us get downloads. East Tea Tree says she's been getting some downloads. What about the rest of y'all? Yes, y'all let me know if y'all been getting some downloads. Another download that I received that I really have to share with y'all. I just posted a reel. on it on Instagram. If we're not family on Instagram, make sure you are following over there, because I'll be dropping a little something every day on Instagram. At D-Ray, the healing coach on Instagram. But one of the things that I have received also with this Gemini full moon is we have to stop using the words, I don't know. So good. I be having spiritual conversations with women doing that work, and they be telling me, I don't know. If I ask them a question about themselves, they say the words, I don't know. And I just want to stress to y'all how limiting that is, not just, as far as your consciousness goes, but saying words like, I don't know, also blocks off and cuts off your abundance, because the word don't is do not, is even when we take away the do and not equates to lack. Not equates to, limitations. Okay? And so we have to really understand the power of our sword. We have to really understand the power of our words. And so one of the biggest things, family, that I want y'all to really spend some time with is no longer saying, I don't know. Okay? There are other words that we could use. And on a very deep spiritual level, when you say, I don't know, essentially what you're saying is that I am not aligned with my higher self, my intuition, the Holy Spirit. Essentially what you are saying is that I am not an open channel to receive the messages that I need to receive that are going to impact my life. Essentially what you are saying is that my ears are closed to my higher self. And living from that type of reality is just unacceptable. Especially going into 2023 with the infinite access that you have within yourself. Anytime you're telling yourself, I don't know, you're just lying to yourself. Because here's why. Can I tell y'all why? Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want me to tell y'all why you're lying to yourself when you say, I don't know. Let me know in the chat. And this is kind of spiritual, because I don't know. I didn't even think that I was going to go live when I came up here. I came up here to complete a coaching session, just finished the coaching session. And I'm like, babe, I'm feeling like going live. So that's what I'm going to do. But this cup says, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Meaning, your words are everything. Your words are everything. So here's how Spirit downloaded this to me. Here's how I know that you're lying to yourself when you say, I don't know. First of all, we have to first tune into who you really are. You are a divine, sacred, enlightened, spiritual being. And because that is who you are directly connected to God, source, the universe, infinite. So anytime you say, I don't know, you're telling yourself, God don't know. God doesn't know. Is that the truth? Is that a reality? Really think about that. Is it possible for God not to know? Is it possible for God to be unaware? Is it possible for God to not know about him or herself? One of the very first things we learned when we grew up in the church, one of the very first things that we learned is that God is all knowing. God is all knowing. God is omnipresent, omnipotent. That's one of the very first things that we know is that God is all knowing. And God is within you. God is inside of you. So anytime you use the words, I don't know, you are saying God doesn't know. And that is a lie. That is an untruth. That is a misstatement. And that is blocking the abundance of wisdom, of insight, of power, of alignment, of work that leads to your healthy relationship, that leads to your financial wealth, to your financial freedom, that leads to your great health, that leads to your great sex, that leads to your great life, that leads to your luxurious vacation, that leads to your beautiful, healthy, loving relationship, that leads to living in your purpose powerfully and prosperously. And baby, the way you show up one place is the way you are showing up all places. Let that sit in your spirit. The way you show up one place is the way you're showing up all places. So you may be telling yourself, I don't know what's going on in my relationship. What you're also saying is, I don't know what's going on in my business. I don't know what's going on within my money. I don't know what's going on within my body. The reality is that you know. But, come on, God. The reality is that you know, but you don't like what you know. Okay? You don't like the answer. Ooh. Honey, this is touching somebody's heart. This is setting somebody free. This is opening up somebody's heart to a higher level of being. Is that person you? Is that person you? Because the download that is coming through right now, I feel all of it in my heart. My heart is like, it's setting somebody free. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody needs to be set free, and you need to allow these words to do that for you. You don't like what you actually know. And because you don't like it, you would rather tell yourself you don't know. You would rather turn it off. You would rather close the door. And you're not understanding that closing that door is closing off other doors in your life that you need to be open. And here's why you don't like it. It's because your head, your logic, your reasoning, and your heart, your knowing, your spirit, your intuition, they're not on the same page. So you would rather disconnect, cut the tie, sever the connection. You would rather just detach from it completely than to know and to ask your higher self, God, the divine, for clarity, for revelation, for guidance on how to actually create coherence between your mind and your heart. You would rather just cut it off and say, I don't know, rather than asking for more. rather than asking for guidance, rather than asking what to do, what to say in this moment in order to move forward. It's like we would rather not go there. It's like we would rather tell the old story of I don't know. I don't know the answer. Oh, I feel so lost. Oh, I feel so confused. I don't know what to do. We would rather hold on to that narrative than asking for the wisdom, for the insight, for the guidance, for the infinite potential that is available. And so you got to ask yourself, do I want to live and create 1144? That's me and dreams energy. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. 1144. I'm the 11. Dream is the 44. So anytime I see that 1144, I just feel, yeah, we just tuned in like that. We just connected like that. It is what it is. That's us. Okay. I'm a number 11. I'm a life path 11. So super intuitive, super oracle, channeler, understanding of just spiritual shit. Dream, actually, when he was in college, they used to call him Fofo, 44. He's a 44 resonator, right? Like the blue pill and red pill would say. So anytime I see that 1144, I'm like, yes, 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 yes. That alignment, that coming together, that's it. We on it. Okay. So instead of saying, I don't know, family, I want you to ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Because a lot of times, the reason why there's a disconnect between the mind and the heart, and we would rather say we don't know instead of tuning into ourselves, is because what we truly desire in our heart, we think in our minds will not be accepted. It's like, this is what I feel, this is what I want, this is who I am. But being this way does not bring the love that I want. It doesn't bring the acceptance that I want. India Arie said in the song, I choose, right? I choose to be the best that I can be. I choose to be authentic in everything I do. My past don't dictate who I am. I choose. And she said, because you never know what life is going to take you, and you can't change where you've been. But today, I have the opportunity to choose. I'm looking for the specific words. Give me the words. She says, from this day forward, I'm going to be exactly who I am. Boom. I don't need to change the way that I live just to get a man. Oh, I even had a talk with my mama and I told her today I'm grown. From this day forward, every decision that I make will be my own because I choose. Yes, that was the divine download that India Arie received when she sang those words. And here's how it all comes together. I don't need to change the way that I live. I don't need to change who I am just to get a man. That's for somebody. The reason why you have that disconnect between your mind and your heart is because you think you have to be a certain way. You have to be a certain person to get a man, to lock a man down, to get a ring, so on and so forth. And so when things are happening in your relationship, you keep on telling yourself, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. The reason why you don't know is because you are going against your heart to satisfy what you think this man wants you to know, or who this man wants you to be. So you would rather tell yourself, I don't know, go against what you do know in your heart, You will go against what you do know in your heart because you are putting his thoughts, his opinions, his perspective, his desires before what God has placed inside of you. Same thing with your mama. You know how you feel, how you're thinking, you know what's going on inside of you. But to appease your mama's ego, to appease your daddy's ego, you're going to tell yourself, I don't know how to move forward from this. I don't know how to grow from this. I don't know because no. You do know. You know the answer, but you are giving more energy, more effort, more care into the people outside of you instead of what is inside of your heart. Are we getting it? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat. I want to make sure we're getting it. I want to make sure we're getting it. You know? These are just some of the downloads. These are just some of the downloads that Spirit was giving me over this full moon energy. And I don't know is no longer an answer. And let me say this. Can I keep it real with y'all? Can I keep it real with y'all? Yes, love. Some people do shut the knowing off because they, oh, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, Dreamwise. You just gave me another download. You just implanted another seed, my love. You just implanted another seed. Here's the thing. People turn off the knowing. Ooh, come on. I got it. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Yes, team wise. Yes, I love that. I love that, Shay. Babe. Ooh, that's major key. I love you for that. I love you for that and more. But you know why people turn off the knowing. You want to know why? Because when you know, you have to be accountable. Let me do another one. Another little spin around on that. When you know, you have to be accountable. And you would rather turn off the knowing. You would rather turn off the light. You would rather turn off the light, do something like this. La 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 la. You like a kid who doesn't want to hear what's going on. You know, you doing like your mama used to do. When your mama used to say, close your ears. Did y'all mamas used to do that? I know when my mama used to be watching, oh my God, y'all. My mama used to be watching shows that was hella traumatic. Okay. My mama used to be watching damn What's Love Got to Do with It? Oh my God. That was such a traumatic ass show, a traumatic movie. I used to be like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to see. I don't want to say. I used to be like the see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. Whenever my mama would have it on What's Love Got to Do with It, right? And there were specific parts I remember my mama used to say, close your ears, close your ears. We used to be like this. Did any of y'all's mamas do that to y'all? Did any of y'all's mamas do that to y'all? Dream mama was just letting him hear and see everything. She like, oh no, it's not a big deal. Dream mama letting him hear and see everything. My mama used to be like, girl, close your ears. You don't need to hear this. But then right when I open my ears up, she talking crazy, anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Didn't even matter. So that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But that's what we do spiritually. That's what we do spiritually. We close our ears and we turn off that knowing, we turn off that communication, because when you know, you got to do. It's like y'all remember in the Bible times, it's like, once a kid reaches a certain age, 12, 13, or something like that, they're responsible for their own sins because they know better. But you as an adult, who I love you. You've turned off your knowing because when you know, you have to hold yourself accountable. And when you hold yourself accountable, then you have to be responsible. Ooh. Come on, spirit. Ah. I'm telling y'all, when you are receiving these downloads and channels, it's truly orgasmic. Have y'all ever felt that before? Have you ever felt the divine, your spirit guides, actually like moving through you and communicating through your vessel, meaning your body, and you feel all the sensations of it? It's like an orgasm for real. I guess that's why orgasms are so important. I guess that's why sexual orgasms are so important. This is a whole side note download channel. Orgasms are so important because they connect you to God. And when you learn to connect to your higher self, the universe, when you learn to connect within you and open up that line of communication, it's orgasmic. But when you getting busy by yourself or you're getting busy with your partner and you get to that point, that line of communication is still open. Ashe. Ashe to that. Ashe to wanting. Hey, listen, if you want more of that, if you want more orgasms, physically and spiritually, let me get an Ashe in the chat. Hell, I'm putting Ashe in the chat. I'm putting Ashe in the chat on that. And that's on that. When you create that line of communication, right? When that crown chakra is open and you are actually able to channel down that information, make it practical, and you're able to deliver on it. This is so beautiful, y'all. It does not have to do with just talking about it. I'm talking, your tongue needs to be going to work, okay? Your tongue needs to be going to work, babe. Yes. Ashe to that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. See how I'm allowing, ladies? I'm allowing. You said it, babe. It came out of your mouth, right? It came out of your mouth, okay? You said it. And because you are saying it, baby, I'm going to allow for that to be our reality, okay? I'm going to allow for that to be our reality since you said it, okay? Allowing. Honey, doesn't matter. It doesn't. Allowing, okay? Allowing. I'm open for it, okay? Thank you, baby. So when you get in that alignment, right, and your channels are open and you are clear, and you allow that, come on, spirit, and you allow that knowing to be expressed. Why you so funny, babe? You so funny. You so silly. I'm going to massage it out. Let me massage out that crick in your neck. I want to do that for you. Let me know in the chat if you're going to allow me to do that for you, babe. Put a yes in the chat. Yes. Okay. And I Am Infinite Being, Dream is actually very excited about it. He takes it very seriously. He takes it very seriously. Ladies, I know this, we flowing, right? We flowing. Are we allowing? Ladies, are we allowing? We're allowing, right? We're allowing. Y'all let me know. Type allowing in the chat, ladies, if we are allowing. Type allowing in the chat if we are allowing. Because if you will allow me, I will allow myself to go there with you, okay? I want to go there with you. Can we get sexy? Can we get a little sexy? Because we need it. It's a part of our being. Okay, I'm getting all the allowings. Okay, we allowing. Okay, okay. Let's go there. Ladies, whoever you are in a relationship with, whoever you are in a relationship with should be very intentional about your pleasure. Whoever you are in a relationship with should be very intentional about your pleasure. Here's what I mean. They should be very intentional about your physical pleasure. So, yes, though Dream is joking, look at me in my eyes. Dream is joking, but he's serious as hell at the same time. You know how there's always some truth in a joke? You know how there's always some truth in a joke? Honey, you get it. You get it. You get it, okay? I don't got to talk any further about it. So, not only should your partner, I don't care if you're a lesbian, because I work with a lot of lesbians as well. And hey, they my clients. We get busy. I don't care what type of relationship you are in. I don't care if you are the man or if you are the woman, for my brothers who are on here as well. Your partner should be very intentional about your pleasure. Not just your physical pleasure, your mental pleasure, right? Your emotional pleasure, your financial pleasure, your purpose pleasure. See, Dream and I are very intentional about all of those things. That's what makes a relationship healthy and sustainable. Okay? And if you're single, that's okay, because there's still something for you to learn and gain here. Meaning, when you do enter a relationship, if the person you are engaging with is not intentional and deliberate about your well-being, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, something needs to change. That's just the facts. So if you say, and here's a very practical reality of that I'm working on, because I know that when Dream and I are having a conversation, y'all, I'm a woman, a very opinionated one, a very vocal, a very thought-provoking one. And so a lot of times as Dream and I are having a discussion and he's talking, I got a lot of thoughts going on in my head. But no, I'll be like that. Oh, but no, but you, no, but this is all while he's talking. And I'm learning to be very intentional about not interrupting him when he is expressing what is going on within his mind and within his heart. That's something I have to be intentional about working on. Okay? No matter how much I feel like what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling, no matter how true it may be for me, because I love him and because I have to be intentional about him and because I have to honor him, I got to hold my tongue until it's my turn to express to him what's actually coming up for me. So that's just a very practical understanding of being very intentional about your partner's pleasure, okay? And about their well-being overall. Very important, okay? Absolutely important and imperative. There's no way around it. Do we understand? Do we understand? Yes, yes. All right, Rising Vibes with the donation. Peace, sis. How are you doing? Y'all got to check out Rising Vibes. Sis has some products that are absolutely beautiful. I believe I got some crystal earrings from you. Some tiger eye earrings that are absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate it. Okay. So, intentionality and knowing, you know. So we're going to stop saying I don't know, because anytime we say I don't know, We're cutting off that divine communication between our higher self, and us, right? And our human self. We're cutting off that communication. And when we cut off that communication, we are cutting off our abundance. We are cutting off our love. We are cutting off our purpose. We're cutting ourselves off from so many things. When the truth of the matter is that all we have to do is go within and make sure that what we are doing and make sure that what we are saying is in alignment with our minds and in alignment with our heart. Actually, we have to make sure that our mind and our heart are coherent, meaning we have to make sure that they're on the same page, meaning the thoughts that I'm having align with how I'm feeling, align with what is in my heart, meaning how I'm feeling aligns with what is in my head. Coherence. Okay? That's what has to happen. And so even when you don't like the answers that are coming up, you can ask yourself another question. Okay? This happened recently. Y'all know I told y'all about this a while ago, but I was feeling very uncomfortable with going live on YouTube consistently every Wednesday because to me it felt very masculine, very structured, very all of that. And I am a very feminine, healthy feminine woman, right? I am a very intuitive oracle being. And so doing something at a specific time every day actually constricted my flow. And so I was just like, I just don't know. I was just talking to Dream and talking to my coach, right? Talking to my coach, talking to my teachers like Miss Blue about it. And I just was just kind of like, I'm just trying to figure this out. I don't know the way that I go with this. And that's when Spirit really told me, no, it's not that you don't know, you do know. But ask more questions. So I did know within my being that going live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. was not for me. I did know that. I knew that answer, but I didn't like the answer because a part of building a business and growing is you got to get out there. You got to expose yourself. You got to let people know what it is that you're doing. And so I'm going to take off this Dream shirt. I'm taking it off because I'm hot now. Right? So I did know, but I just didn't like that I wasn't doing what business people say you're supposed to be doing. But Spirit just said, why don't you ask another question? And so I had to say, well, Spirit, if it's not meant for me to be in that masculine bag and go the same time every day, what do I do? What do I do? And so I like what Flex Washington just said. Thinking has to gradually go to knowing. Very true. Very true. And so over the last month or so, this has been what I've just been contemplating on, just sitting with and meditating on. And Spirit was just like, follow your bliss. Go live when you want to go live. That's what's going to work out for you. Consistently show up when I give you the download to show up. That's what's going to work out for you. That's what's going to align with you. That is your divine path. So I say all of that to say, family, you have to ask more questions. So whenever you are feeling confused, whenever you're feeling like, I don't know, whenever you are resisting that answer, just ask for more clarity. Ask for, well, what is the next step? What is this first step that I must take? Okay? That's all you have to do with that. All right? So let's get to some fun. Let me answer this question. Shanae or Shania, peace. How do you step out of your comfort zone and putting yourself out there? Ooh, well, the first thing is you have to know what you're putting yourself out there for. That's step number one. What are you putting yourself out there for? What is the goal? What is the end goal? And if that end goal is connected to what your higher self has downloaded into you, it's connected to your purpose, it's connected to your life mission, your soul mission. If it is connected to that, then stepping out of your comfort zone becomes easy because you're not letting your ego and that fear of being seen and that fear of being heard, you're not letting your ego block what your soul, God, is asking you to do. So you got to get very clear on, is this being divinely led or is this being humanly led? If it's being divinely led, then there should be absolutely nothing that stops you from doing that thing because your soul is on the line. And when your soul, your purpose, your essence is on the line, you're not going to let anything stand in your way. You're not going to let any fear standing in your way. You're going to muster up the courage. You're going to muster up the discipline because your desire to serve your higher self, God, source, the universe, your desire for that is greater than conforming to humanity, than being fearful of humanity. That's just what it boils down to. Okay, that's just what it boils down to. What I will also recommend, Shania, I would also recommend that you tap in with Dream and I's class, Walking the Path. Okay, y'all, this Ganesha spray, it clears the way. Okay, it clears the way. I just sprayed it and it was just like, okay, baby, let's go. Let's go. So I would also recommend Dream and I's class, Walking the Path. You can find that on our Teachable platform. That's where you can find that. That's what I would recommend. The reason why I love that class so much is because people who are trying to discover their purpose, people who are trying to figure out what they are meant to do, people who are trying to figure out how to put themselves out there, you need to understand some of these spiritual keys, some of these spiritual concepts that would actually support you in doing that. Dream gives so much information. I give so much information in that class. I love it because it's both of us doing it, right? I love it because it's both of us sharing our knowledge and our wisdom regarding the topic of walking your path, walking in your purpose, doing the thing that you've been called to do. So I would recommend that for you, with you getting out there. Okay, I would recommend that for you. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for asking that question. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, if the rest of you have a question as well, drop it in the chat. And then what we're going to do in just a moment, we're going to pull some cards for a few of you. I'm going to just let Spirit guide me on who to pull cards for. And then I truly believe that whatever messages come out today, it's for everybody, right? It's not just for whoever that one person is that gets the reading. And we're only doing one card. We're only doing one card today for the family. I feel good. I feel nourished. So I want to give back. So if you have a question, you can drop that in the chat. I'm here for it. The question could be relevant to just your spirituality, your healing, your transformation. It could also be relevant to your relationships, right? It could also be relevant to your relationships, your spiritual path, your healing, your purpose. For women, it could be related to your sexuality, your womb space, all of those things like that. Feeling pretty good today, so we're going to get into that. Like I said, I'm going to pull a few cards for people. Of course, you got to say that you want one. Sending a form of a donation would push you ahead of the line. It's not necessary, right? It's not necessary, but if you do it, it's just reciprocal energy. That's it. So we're going to focus on your soul's journey right now, right? Like, what are you being asked to focus on moving into this new year? Okay, moving into this new year, what are you being asked to focus on? That is what we're going to get into right now. Okay, that is what we're going to get into right now with these readings. And matter of fact, for anybody that is interested in the class, Walking the Path, because you're trying to figure out your purpose, you're trying to figure out your life mission, you're trying to figure out how to activate that, here's the link for that. Boom. Just drop the link for that. Hopefully it hyperlinks. For y'all, for you be able to click it. I love it. Whenever Dream and I come together and create something, it's always powerful. It's always super powerful. So that's Walking the Path. I don't know why it's not hyperlinking for y'all to be able to click it, but you can just copy the message and move it forward. So again, really quick card readings. One card reading, not going to stay on these cards long, but like I said, we're in a giving spirit, and I had so many powerful readings when I did the readings in November, and so I definitely want to get busy with it. All right, so Flex came through with the donation, and you were the first person to say I want a reading. Rising Vibes, Ben came through with a donation, so we'll tap in there. And then my girl Micah, one of my sacred sisters, tapped in, so we'll go there. And then we will come back to Zakita. All right, Flex. Let's see, Flex. Understand, I want y'all's minds. Let me say this when it comes to these readings. As I'm pulling these cards, understand that I am tuning into your energy. So your mind, your energy needs to be clear, right? You could also ask yourself a question. You could also ask yourself what's relevant to you right now, or you can just think about what's important for you right now. Okay? You could also think about that. Let's see. What we got for Flex, Spirit? What's for Flex? Let me see. Okay, boom, we got it. Flex, right now, you are needing to create balance. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And what I'm picking up on for you right now, Flex, is that your thoughts have been everywhere. Your thoughts have been everywhere. So you have to create balance within your mind, your thinking, and your being, Flex. That's what I'm getting for you. You have to create balance between your thinking and your being. That's what's out of balance. You're thinking certain thoughts, but you're not walking the path. You're thinking certain thoughts, but you're not walking the path. So you got these ideas in your mind about what it is that you want to manifest and what it is that you want to create, but you're not becoming that thing. You're not being that thing. And that's where the lack of balance is coming from. So bring a certain level of balance within yourself and move in it. Trust the downloads that you've been receiving. Walk the path. Do the work. Take the action. That's where your balance is going to come from. It doesn't matter if you are good at it at first, Flex. You don't got to be good at it at first. You don't got to be good at it at first. Nobody is ever absolutely perfect at something the very first time they do it. Okay? Nobody is ever absolutely perfect the very first time they do it. But the more you keep going, the better you'll get. Micah, what I'm seeing for you is you're dealing with some relationship stuff right now, Micah, and you're dealing with energy and emotions of feeling lonely. You are not lonely. You feel like you're just walking the path by yourself. You feel like you're walking the path keep coming up. Some of y'all need to be getting that walking the path course because it just keeps coming up. The words keep coming up. So that's just what it is. You just got to trust your spirit. If something in your spirit has said walk in the path, or if you felt a pull towards that class when I said it, when I explained it to somebody else, it's for you to invest in yourself, bet on yourself. But Micah, I'm hearing that you're feeling lonely. I'm hearing that you're feeling lonely and that you're feeling stagnant within your relationship. So first thing I'm going to tell you, Micah, is that you are not alone. Hey, that's that Michael Jackson. I will care for you. Something Michael Jackson said like that. Go find that Michael Jackson song, Micah. Go listen to it. You are not alone. You are safe. You are protected. And these two cards also came out for you. Micah, I could do a whole full-blown damn reading for you, but that's not what we're doing here right now. But your purpose is coming up right now, right? The experiences that you're having right now, Micah, they're going to lead to your purpose, right? They're going to lead to your understanding. They're going to lead to your greatness. So walk in that, okay? Walk in that. You are not alone. Understand Understand that your family, Micah, they're just here to teach you some lessons. Learn the lesson. But here's the problem. Here's the problem, Micah. Here's why you're not getting the message. Because you have a negative imagination. Your imagination, meaning your perception, how you are seeing these relationships, is from a place of lack. It's from a place of not enough. And so I need you to shift that perspective, transform how you are imagining your relationships to be something that serves you. That's the message for you today, real quick. Rise and vibes. Let's see. What's the quick message for you right now? Tune into your energy. Ask yourself, what is important for me right now? If you would like a quick reading, just drop it in the chat. Good afternoon. A question. What do I do in my next spiritual evolution? That's a pretty deep question. That's a pretty deep question. Spiritual evolution is a very big thing. Rise and vibes. Let's see. Ooh, rise and vibes. I'm seeing for you service. Be of service more. But not to your own detriment. Be of service more. Stop resisting being of service. I'm seeing the service card is popping out a lot for you, but I'm gonna keep on playing with it and see what is it all about. But I'm hearing service. I'm hearing that you have been indecisive about how you want to show up in service. You're indecisive about how you are supposed to give to others. So here's what I want you to do, rise and vibes. The most important thing for you to do right now is perfect your self-care regimen. You got to perfect your self-care regimen, rise and vibes. Okay? You got to perfect your self-care regimen. That's what I need you to do. That way you know how to be of service. All right? That way you know how to be of service to others. That's what your spirit is asking you to do right now. Let's keep going. Who was next? Let me see. Who was next? Okay, y'all. It's hard to kind of keep up with what's going on here. Let me see. Remember, if you would like a card, a one card pull one, just say me or whatever, and we'll get it on. This is just a little glimpse. This is just a glimpse to what you all may be needing. Just a little glimpse into what you all may be needing. Zakita, let's see. Huh. Okay. I'm hearing some things, Zakita. All right, we're gonna go with friendship. Friendship is for you, Zakita. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. That's your energy right now, Zakita. Figure out that. Let's see. Let's keep going. Where we at? Okay, we got Kazari, Maisha. Actually, I'm going to pull, like I said earlier, people who send a donation, that's who will go first in this. I'm going to pull about 2 more cards, and then I'm going to hop off of here. 2 more cards, then I'm going to hop off. 2 more cards, and I'm going to pop off. Let me see. Pop off. I'm going to hop off. 2 more cards, and I'm hopping off. Let me see. Okay, Gemini Goddess. Okay, we got definitely going with Gemini Goddess, because you'll pay. Oh, Gemini Goddess, goodness grace. Definitely going with Gemini Goddess, because that's a Patreon member. Gotta hold it down for the family. Zakita, you're focusing on your friendships right now. You're focusing on the people who are around you, making sure that you have healthy people in your space. If you have people who are unhealthy in your space, you need to understand what they are reflecting to you. Gemini Goddess, look, let me tell y'all, if you are not in the building, I can't pull no card for you. So Gemini Goddess, let me know if you're still here. That's a very big deal. It's a very big deal. I only want to pull for people who are present. Okay. It's about 4 or 5 of you in here that are still asking for a reading. Like I just said, you know, people who, you know, if you send a donation, I'll definitely get you covered, but I can't overexert, you know, the energy. Gemini Goddess, the card that came out for you was grief, meaning I don't know what you're going through, sis, but there's something within you that is being asked to be let go of, right? Something is being asked to be let go of. But here's the thing. It doesn't happen as fast as you may like. Okay? It says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So I don't know what you've lost, sis. It could be a crystal. It don't matter, right? It could be you know, a certain amount of money that you were counting on or betting on, all right? Whatever that is for you, sis, understand that losing it is just an opportunity for you to appreciate it. Give yourself time. Give yourself time to process that loss and figure out what you've learned from it. All right? Kazari, let's see. Give yourself time to figure out what you've learned from that, Gemini Goddess. And I appreciate you for being a Patreon member. Kazari, I'm seeing a lot going on in your energy right now. Let me ask Spirit to clarify. Gemini Goddess, that resonates with you, sis? Let me know what's been going on. Let me know what's going on with you, Gemini Goddess, if you can, if you want. Kazari, indecision. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Kazari, if you've been here, if you haven't heard the beginning of this video when I talked about the energy of I don't know, you need to just go back and listen to it. You just need to go back and listen to it. There's a lot of, yes, I've been broken up with the father of my child. Gotcha. So give yourself, Gemini Goddess, because you're a Patreon member, and I just absolutely adore our Patreon members. I just want to share with you, go through the process. You're in grieving right now. So to any breakups, divorce, separation, whatever, that's grieving. It's the same thing as losing someone. It's the same exact thing as losing someone. So give yourself time to process those emotions, okay? Give yourself time to process those emotions. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. And here's another thing. You don't have to have everything figured out. But what you do have to know, Gemini Goddess, is that it's neither his fault or your fault. Okay? It's neither his fault or your fault. It's not like I did this and I'm just a bad person. It's not like he did this and he's just a bad person. So instead of focusing on him, the person, or you, the person, focus on the energy that was present. Focus on the energy that actually led to that separation. Give yourself time to grieve. Typically, grieving, I heard I heard a monk say this. It was so powerful. He said, when you lose someone or you go through a breakup or anything like that, give yourself 21 days of grieving. So spiritual science to that in like the Hindu community. 21 days, meaning 21 days of just focusing and figuring out and processing that, right? Because when you decide to suppress it, run away from it, go to the club, drink it away, smoke it away, sex it away, you're not actually grieving, and therefore you don't overcome it in a healthy way. So give yourself 21 days to fully process without using any external things to deal with it for you, okay? All right. I'm going to do one more card because I received the donation over here on my phone from I Am Infinite Being, who always is showing up. I'm telling y'all got to invest in yourselves. You have to invest in yourself. It's time's up for not feeling worthy of making the investment. I said that earlier. Give so that you can receive. It's a simple spiritual process. It's a spiritual process that you cannot get over. I know, I got you. I am infinite being. Come on, spirit. What's okay? We got it. Pride. I feel like I done told you this before. I am infinite being. I feel like I done told you this before. Okay. Now, this does not mean that you can be proud of yourself. This does not mean that you can't love yourself. But what it does mean, specifically for you, it means truly open yourself up to learn. It's that simple. Okay? I am infinite being. Truly open yourself up to learn. That's the message that your higher self has for you today. Open yourself up to learn. Open yourself up to apply. Here's the key for you, I am infinite being. You're willing to learn, but your application game is not where it needs to be. Okay? You're willing to learn, but your level of application is not where it needs to be. Actually do the work. Okay? Actually do your work. All right? And Metanetta said that sounds the same as pay your tithes in order to be blessed. Hey, if you're triggered by that, sis, I tell you this in love, that's something that you have to process. Look at the Lakshmi picture again. If you want to manifest abundance, you absolutely have to give. If you want love, you have to give love. If you want wealth, you have to give wealth. If you want, that's just the law of the universe. Okay? That's just the law of the universe. So don't allow the church programming and them actually taking from you and not giving back to you. Don't allow that to block your abundance, to block your healing, to block your blessings. If you look at the picture of Lakshmi, she got one hand open and gold is falling from her hand. She has another hand that is wide open like this. So both of her hands look like this. One hand to give, one hand to receive. It's a simple principle. And when you are triggered by that, it means that there's internal work that has to be done. Tithing is actually a very important thing. Tithing is actually a beautiful thing. I tithed at this church, y'all. This was right before I left the church. And then I'm going to get off of here. Right before I left the church, I was faithfully tithing. I was like, okay, I'm a tithe. I'm going to give my money. I'm a da-da-da-da-da-da. I wasn't all like, I'm going to do 10%. It wasn't like that. But I'm like, I'm a tithe. I'm going to give my money. And I'm sowing a seed. I didn't give a damn what that church did with it. I was sowing that seed because I knew in my spirit that me sowing that seed was going to reap a benefit for me. I knew that it was going to give something back to me. And sure enough, only after about a month of consistently sowing a seed to a church that I stopped going to soon after that, I manifested my first car that I bought by myself. Not my mama, not my daddy. I bought an all-white Dodge Challenger. I think it was like a 2013. And at that time, it was 2014. So it was only a year-old car. Bought that mug from tithing at that church. Didn't care where they was putting the money. That wasn't the point. Understand this gym. This is a gym. I need y'all to really open your ears for me right here. When you give, you are giving for yourself. When you give, you are giving for yourself. You're not giving for the other person. And that's where so many people has it confused. You think, oh, I'm doing charity because I'm trying to help that person. They need my help. No, you are giving. Oh, come on, DreamWise. We talked about this in Patreon too. We talked about this in a Patreon just yesterday in the book club. If you're not on Patreon, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been if you're not a part of Dream and I's Patreon. So Dream just said something funny. He said that sacrifice energy is real. When you sacrifice something, you allow. I don't know where y'all been. I just said this earlier. Allowing. When you sacrifice something, you allow the space to receive whatever it is that you want. So when you fast, meaning I'm going to sacrifice food, and you give it an intention, this fast is going to give me this. You sacrifice your belly aching. You sacrifice your belly rumbling. You sacrifice that delicious taste in your mouth. When you sacrifice that, you open yourself up to receive something else. When you sacrifice money, you create way for another energy to enter into your space. Giving, sacrificing is not for other people, it is for you. And when you understand that deeply, you'll get it. And you'll start receiving beyond your greatest imagination. Okay? I just paid for a class, right? I just paid to be coached by a woman who I absolutely adore right now. Like she's exactly who I needed to be, who I needed at this moment for my growth. I just paid for her class. Okay? If we're being all the way real, if we're being all the way vulnerable, I just paid. I'm trying to debate if I'm going to tell y'all the price. But I just paid for a woman's class. And oh my God, I didn't pay it because I'm paying her. I'm not thinking in my mind, oh, I'm just giving this girl my money. No, I gave that money, a nice amount of money. Let me say that. I gave it because what she's actually going to give me. See, the donating for a reading is not for you to give D-Ray anything. It's so that D-Ray can give you what you actually need. Your activation, your transformation. Okay? Your transformation. And I said this in a reel on Instagram. Y'all, my body was so tight and tense when I was making this payment. That's how you know it was hefty. Okay? It was hefty. But I was just like, ooh. I was just like, God, okay, I'm going to do it. And do you know the downloads, the transformation, baby, the energy, the strength, the growth that I done tapped into just from being coached by this woman? Honey, priceless. I would pay it again. I would pay it again and again and again. I'm like this close to paying her for something else. Because I'm not paying her. I'm paying for the activation that she's going to give me. I'm paying for the light bulb that she's going to turn on in my mind. See, y'all are so attached. You think you're giving to the person. You think you're giving to D-Ray. No, you're giving to yourself. You're giving to your healing. You're giving to your transformation. You're giving to your betterment. You're giving to your growth. That's what you're giving towards. But because your mind, ooh, come on, Spirit. See, I thought I was about to get off of here, but Spirit just said, hold on. There's more. Let me ask my husband, babe, let me know in the chat, babe. Let me know. Let me know if you are okay with me tapping into this chaos, because you are my structure. Are you okay with me tapping into this chaos right now, babe? Because I trust you. Can I tap into the chaos? Let me know. Because I sure thought I was about to go, but my heart just got on fire. I just felt this fire. Let me know, baby. I know we got some work to do. Listen, you got to get out of the mindset of making things about other people. This shit is about you. It's about you. Whether that's joining the Patreon, joining Womb Alchemy, joining the Sacred Sister Circle, investing in your food. It's not about nobody else. When you go to the store, let's take you go to the grocery store. And let's say you go in there with the mentality of you're going to buy all of the cheapest food. You looking at the cans of beans and you say, you know what? That one is 99 cents. This organic one is $1.38. I'm going to go with the 99-cent one. What you are basically saying is that I am not worth the $1.38, whatever number that I just said. That's what you're saying. You're saying I'm only worth this 99 cents. That's the message that you're sending out to your higher self. And then you're asking yourself, like, God, Spirit, why do I have this abundance block? You have the abundance block because you don't believe that you are worthy of the investment. It's as simple as that. When you go in the grocery store, or, oh, God, oh, honey, God the higher self did a number on me just, a few weeks ago. I was like, okay, I want to color my hair. I wanted to dye my hair. And I looked on my girl's website, and like dyeing your hair, for her to do one layer of color on your hair was like $65, which is not bad, right? It's not bad at all. I'm not offended by that $65 at all. And I would pay it. But I was telling myself, well, you know what? I can do it myself. Whatever. I can DIY it. Okay, I'll DIY it. Do y'all know I ended up spending more than $65 and way more time coloring my hair myself rather than just going to her, paying $65, getting it done in 2 hours and being satisfied with it. Instead, I had to color my hair twice. It ended up costing me more than $65 and it took way more hours. If I add all of the time up that I was doing to color my hair, it was probably 6 hours compared to just 2 hours with her. Because I wanted to, try to be modest. Oh, I do it myself. It ain't a big deal. I'll figure it out. Because I wanted to be modest. Because I was like, oh, I just saved the $65. It's not that big of a deal. And some of y'all are doing that in your spiritual work. Instead of you paying for the reading, or instead of you paying for the consultation, instead of you paying for the class, I'm not just talking about my stuff, y'all. I'm talking about anybody's stuff that you feel called to do. Instead of you just paying for it and collapsing time and getting a deeper understanding in, let's say, 2 hours, or let's say, 4 weeks of coaching or 6 weeks of coaching, or instead of you getting that understanding and collapsing time, you tell yourself, oh, no, I'm going to figure it out by myself. Next thing you know, a year has passed and you're the same person that you were when your spirit first told you to make that investment in yourself, but you talked yourself out of it because you got a money complex or because you don't feel worthy of that investment. So I had learned my lesson, even with just coloring my hair. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pay the professional to get it done faster, to get it done right. I'm not going to say, oh, I'll just figure this out by myself. So the investment that I just made into myself, into my spiritual business, into my growth, I did that because I had to collapse time. Because the information that she's given me, it would take me years to truly deeply understand it. And so I've just decided, no, I'm going to pay to get the information now. Okay? I'm going to pay to get the information now. I'm going to stop wasting time. I'm ready to move forward. And what I truly know is that money has already came back to me tenfold in many ways. It hasn't come back to me just yet in finances, but it has come back to me in peace. It has come back to me in clarity. It has come back to me in power. It has come back to me in a certain ease and flow in my operation. Okay? All right? Do we understand? All right. I just wanted to give that to y'all. Thank you, MetaNetta. Thank you, MetaNetta, for leaving your comment, because it led to a whole nother download that other people really needed to hear, right? Stellar Jewel said, I recommend checking out the course Walking Your Path. I took it back in February and still refer to it today when needed guidance. This course has so much amazing information. Thank you, Stellar Jewel, for sharing that. I love that. Thank you so much. Shay said, that same thing happened to me in 2015. I'm telling you, tithe, give. One hand is open, one hand is giving, the other hand is receiving. If this hand is not giving, best believe this hand is not receiving. That's just spiritual science. It's spiritual science. One hand gives, that's your masculine side. The other hand receives, that's your feminine side. And you got to be balanced within that. Okay, got to be balanced in that. It doesn't all, like East Tea Tree said, it doesn't always come in the form of the physical. But if something changes inside of your being, if something changes inside of your mind and inside of your heart, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of the universe aligning your physical reality with the change that has happened inside of you. It's just a matter of time. And so you got to know that. You got to move with that. Okay? You got to know that. You got to move with that. And yes, absolutely. Butterfly Purple Silver 444 and give with love. Everything is in love. Give from a love for yourself. Give from a love for yourself. All right? Love for yourself. Love for what you have come here to do. Love for your healing. Love for your transformation. Love for your abundance. Right? All right? One hand open. One hand gives. One hand receives. Check out the Lakshmi picture to catch that download, okay? To catch that download. Anywho's, happy Thursday. That was a major download. Okay, 1144 on Shay's side of town. Yes. I love that. So, yes, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Patreon family, we will see y'all on Saturday for the book club. I'm excited to reconnect with y'all. I always love our conversation. So beautiful. I love seeing y'all. Estella Mack, I love seeing you. Sis, I love seeing you in here with your beautiful self. Sis is a hairstylist. So when I talked about that dyeing my hair, sis said, oh no, do not do that. Because sis is a hairstylist. So sis knows. Right? Sis knows. All righty. Happy birthday, Holistic Urbanite. What's up, sis? Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday. Thank you for being a part of our family. Yes. I hope you enjoyed your day. All righty, y'all. I'm going to hop off of here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for spending this time with me. I'll be seeing y'all soon, talking to y'all soon. Thank y'all for hopping on when you saw your girl. And y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Have a great weekend. Be good until I see you again. Okay? Peace.